All right. What up? What it do? It's your boy JDQ. All right. And it is officially 7:03 p.m. Eastern time down here in beautiful, sunny, gloomy Florida. All right. We in here, man. I'm saying I wish I had them gifts on me right now, like on the in the live chat feed or whatever. But it's all right. I'll wait. I'll be patient so we can add those stickers on here. But in the meantime, man, I have like freaking. There we go. What's going on, Matt? What's going on, Emily? What's going on, Anonymous? What's going on, my life? What's going on, Chris? Yeah, man. Listen, tell your family, tell your mama, tell your mama, all right, your baby mama, your baby daddy, all right. Who else? Yeah, tell Hills. Yeah, man. Listen, yes, I am. I am indeed late to my own premiere. That is a fact, sir. Sadly, I had to promote this stream for my main channel, and I was just showing some love over there. So that got me a little late on this side. But while you're here, you know what I'm saying? While you're here, go ahead and smash that like button, everybody. You know what? I'm not even gonna say smash. I'm gonna say, yo, politely press or tap that like button. All right. And if you're not subscribed, subscribe to Vision Eye View TV here on YouTube. All right. It is 7:05. All right. And the only reason why I'm saying that is because in about 10 minutes, I'm gonna have the main co-host of this channel hop on here. All right. And we have a good time. We can have a fun time. It's gonna be very straightforward and simple. All we are going to do tonight, all we're gonna have on this stream is basically we're gonna formally present the co-host. He's gonna talk a little bit about himself. We're gonna get to know him a little better. I mean, I know him from like years ago, so yeah. And to answer Anonymous's question over here, man, I gotta say Seahawks, bro. I'm sorry, I gotta say Seahawks. But yeah, man, he's gonna be on here in a few minutes. But before we get to the main co-host and his background and getting to know him for y'all and like presenting him formally to you guys, I'm gonna explain like one last time what this channel like is going to be more or less about, or at the very least at its core, what it's about. All right. So your boy here, right, JDQ, is or was a musician for like the longest time. All right. I used to be a drummer. Those who know me know that I used to drum at like my church and all that stuff, right? I used to make beats. I used to produce music back in the day, right? I want to say as far back as maybe like going heavy on it, like maybe like 5, 6 years ago, right? Talking about like making beats and just like putting them out there, boom, 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 right? So coming from a family that is highly and strongly influenced by music, all right? My father was a singer, a musician himself. Um, like my uncles, they had like a band, so at least as far as I go, and like my siblings, we're musically inclined. You know what I'm saying? My sister, she's a great singer, she's a great pianist, she's a great I think she also plays the guitar. My brother, he's the pianist of the family. You know what I'm saying? He's like up there as far as like musicians go and pianists that I know personally go. So I guess from that point forward, y'all, what I'm trying to say is like I'm deeply and heavily musically inclined. Maybe not as much as I used to be, like back in a few years ago, but always and forever, my heart and my soul cries out if I don't do something musically. All right. Whether it be like write a song, whether it be like make a beat on FL Studio, whether it be, what I'm saying, singing with my sister. I got some posts on Instagram, I think, about of like my sister and me singing together. So yeah, I'm like deeply, it's like, music in a way, it is not just something I like or like a hobby. It is, a big part of my life. So that being said, right, I want to kind of like pretty much get to the bottom of, all right, and it's gonna be like a podcast type channel, right? We're gonna talk about current events. We're gonna talk about how music, pretty much like pertains to us as individuals and how it influences us, right? Whether it be secular music or Christian music or Christ-centered music, right? I don't like really saying Christian music because but Christ-centered music, you know what I'm saying? Music that elevates you spiritually, and pretty much puts you in that position to like have your ear sensitive to what God has to say to you. You know what I'm saying? If you know, you know. But if you don't know, you're about to learn today. About to learn today. Yeah, man. We are. We are promoting world peace, son. We are. We in here. Yeah, man. But anyways, it's almost that time. So while we're here discussing, what the channel is about, all right, and kind of like just hinting at what the topics might be about in the future. In the chat area, if you can like kind of comment real quick, like say, whatever Christ-centered music has influenced me to do this, this, and this, or secular music has influenced me this way. Just kind of like let me know in the chat area how music in general has influenced you as an individual. Let's start with that. Let me just show my face right quick because yeah, that way, what I'm saying, like y'all know it's like really me. All right, it is me. So once again, in the chat area, what I'm saying, comment real quick, music has influenced me by blank, 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 or, the gospel has influenced me by blank, 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 so on and so forth. Yes, sir. Appreciate that, Chris. Appreciate that, sir. Thank you kindly. Thank you kindly. Yeah, man. Yeah. I'm gonna put this right. I'm gonna put this right here. As music in general influenced. I'm gonna put that there. And Becky Redding says something amazing. All right. And I'm about to share it right now. So she says, music has influenced me by taking me out of dark places. And that's what we want, people. We want to get to the bottom of like, yo, like what music is really there to like bring you out of like dark places, bring you out of depression, bring you out of like loneliness, put you into like more like motivational, inspirational type of light. What's going on, Jules? Yeah, we got the mama bear in the house. What's going on, Jules? What's up, girl? God bless you. God bless you and your family. I hope your recovery has come through in a mighty way. All right. Don't think I forgot about you and your situation. I really do hope you're doing well. I might not like send you like messages or like talk to you like on a daily basis. And that's me being real. Cause I could, what I'm saying, lie right now. Be like, oh, I be hitting Jules up every day and checking on her now. Like I'm not that, what's the word I'm looking for? I said it earlier. I don't really like to bother people or whatever, that much. So I kind of like I'll ask every now and then, how you doing and just checking on you, but not every day like that. But yeah. Yeah, we're doing great. We're doing great. This is something that has been a long time coming. And I actually have to send a link. And I forgot to send them the link. So that's on me. But here, I'm gonna go do it through here. That way it's easier. But yeah, while I'm doing this, go ahead and write down in the chat area how music has influenced your life. All right. While I do this real quick. This might take me like a few seconds just to kind of like send them the link. I don't know why every time I put like .com, it automatically changes it to like con. It's weird. It's like, all right, what are you trying to tell me, man? For G. All right. So I just got done sending the main co-host the link to the stream. That way he can hop on here and we can have like a good time and all that good stuff. It's hard to work out without music. Yeah. Nope. But music gives me something to jam to while I'm doing that. Hey, that's another reason right there. You know what I'm saying? It don't have to be like a deep meaning. Like if it just motivates you to like clean your car or clean your room or whatever, it still influences you in one way or another, right? And we're gonna share this. We're gonna share. We has to share this, baby. We got to share this. Emily Rose saying Christ-centered music has influenced me to worship, which is one of the greatest gifts that we can give to God. So that, she's basically saying there is something that we can offer to God, right? So it's like our worship, our praise, right? And she's saying, yeah, like the worship that she receives or she practices through that type of music, Christ-centered music, kind of like allows her to give something to God. And she says, and has caused huge breakthrough in my life. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And then I he she says, music keeps me motivated and relieves stress every day. I almost messed that one up. She says, music keeps me motivated and relieves stress from listening to worship music while feeling down to listen to anime openings while jogging and feeling bad. All right, okay. We got anonymous. He said, "Yo, music inspired me to be a bank robber." Hey, son, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't really condone that, but hey, man, it's still a reason. It still inspire you to do something. So that's it is what it is. Um, Constantine says, "Music has helped me get through the toughest parts of my life. Empowering, very nice, bro." John Davis says, "Music always takes you away from the BS that you may be facing at the moment in your life." Very true. Sunshine says, "Music has influenced me by having more empathy towards others." And Chris says, "Music has definitely brought me through the lows." Kodiak says, "What about you?" Yeah, man, I'm gonna answer that right now while we wait for the co-host to make his appearance here. Um, so for me, I probably would have been a completely different person had it not been for Christ-centered music. All right. Let me give you guys a little background about myself, okay? Because even some family members don't even know this. But so um as I was growing up, right, in PR in Puerto Rico on the island, um, let's just say, I didn't live in good areas. I didn't live in the worst areas, but I didn't live in good areas, right? So to put it to you like lightly, right? I was around things that, what I'm saying, like obviously I'm against, what I'm saying, like drugs, other stuff going on like in my neighborhoods, right? And these things were presented to me on a daily basis, bro. Like I was offered things on a daily basis. Thank God that number one, I was raised in a legitimate and genuine Christian household, right? With morals and values and all that stuff. And number two, right? Music. The music I listened to at the time reminded me of why I shouldn't partake in that stuff anyways. Why I shouldn't, what I'm saying, like mingle within the people that dealt with that type of stuff. So definitely music, aside from, being raised the right way and, being brought up the way I was brought up, that had a lot to do with it. But at the same time, the music that I allowed myself of my ears to listen to and my heart to like resonate with allowed me to have a strong willpower, have a strong, what's the word? I guess like a force field of some sort. Pretty much, being reminding myself to like, hey, what I'm saying, you don't need any of that stuff. You don't want it. You don't need it. What's the point of it? And it just allowed me to like stay my ground, if that makes any sense. So that's like my how it has influenced me. Um, but thanks for asking. I appreciate that. Uh, 90s and 2000s got me through a lot. Outside one. Yeah, yeah. Y'all are funny, man. But yeah, as far as I go, that's yeah, yeah, me too, man. I love 90s music. I love early 2000s, mid 2000s music. It's some good times, good times. Yeah, definitely. If it's true that Anonymous is saying staying sober is a battle for me, I've got almost 100 days. Hey, if that's true, if that's legitimate, you know what I'm saying? It's not like trolling. Hey, I congratulate you. You know what I'm saying? I honor that and more power to you. You know what I'm saying? You could do it. You could do it. You really, really don't need any of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Especially, when you have like a secondary family here online, like on YouTube or whatever platform you use most, you could always reach out to people when you're feeling like low, All right, hold on. Let me see if I can. Just want to double check, just make sure the boy got the link. I shouldn't say boy, he's a man. So the man. Hopefully the man got the link. Yep. Yeah, definitely. Hey, like I said, congratulations, more power to you. And you got like mad people like showing you love and support over here, man. Um, got Jaime saying, congrats on the 100 days. Jules saying, congratulations, huge, huge, great job. Yep, definitely, definitely. Um, yeah, hey, I missed y'all too, man. Listen, Linda. All right, listen, Linda. Um, yo, it's not easy. It's not easy. Like I deal with a lot of what you call it, like not stress. I deal with like a lot of like I get unmotivated like very easily once I'm not doing something as consistently or constantly, right? So I have to like push through it. You know what I'm saying? I have to like slap myself in the face and be like, Come on, man! Like you're the one who wanted to do this. You're the one who wanted to like, you know, be on here and like streaming or whatever. So like, get to it. Like, what are you doing? Like, what are you waiting for? Right? So because I'm almost only, I'm not the only person that tries to push me to like do it, but sometimes it feels that way. Sometimes it feels like I'm the only one like pushing myself, trying to like motivate myself to like actually get on here and like do these streams. So when it's like that, man, it's not that easy, man. It's really not. Yeah, you not Linda, but listen, you acting like a Linda. You never seen that video with the little boy? They listen, Linda. Listen, Linda, listen. Linda, listen, honey. It's a nice video. It's a boy trying to talk back to like his mom or something, after he did something wrong. And he acting all grown or whatever. It's hilarious. All right, I just want to make sure I get the link right. Just maybe. No, I wrote it right. Yeah. You should be able to get on here. Yeah, Linda really is. Yeah, he should be able to get on here. I'm double checking just in case because sometimes, like you type something wrong or like autocorrect, automatically like changes it or whatever. But checking and he should be able to get on here. So we just waiting on the co-host, man, to show his face. Yeah, it's gonna be good though, man. Listen, if it's one thing I do guarantee, right, is the person that I'm gonna be bringing on here, right, is unique. You know what I'm saying? He's very entertaining. He has a great mind. He has an awesome heart. He has an awesome soul. I've known him for like most of my life. So, it'll be interesting to like present him to you guys. And I'm pretty sure y'all will love him to death. You know what I'm saying? Y'all probably take a bullet for this man the same way I would. So yeah, man, it's gonna be nice. It's gonna be nice, son. Yeah. Man, I don't know why I keep getting bothered by like a prompt here. But here, I'm gonna leave my other text from earlier. That way I can get more interaction going on in the chat again, but a little bit more like, you know, constructed, if you will. That is true, Anonymous. Everything will go digital soon. I'm surprised it hasn't already. But yeah, that is the route that everything is going. Which, by the way, man, if y'all interested in, what I'm saying, sending your boy JDQ some crypto, let me know. All right. I'll send you my address. That way you can send me some XRP or whatever you feel like sending me. How about that? How about them apples? Yeah, man. Matt Jones says, mind me, my G. All right. All right. Say less, bro. I got you. Matter of fact, I have to mod a few of you. So give me 1 second. Oh boy. Wait a second. How in God's world? Oh, it's not letting me do it right now, bro. Because I'm not even there yet. Like I'm not even there. Well, actually, maybe if I do it this way, maybe. No, no, I can't do it yet. I think I have to be like at a certain number to do that because it's not even showing me the option. So it's all good, man. When the time comes, we'll do it. We'll make it happen. We will make it happen. But for now, wait, hold up, hold up, hold up. So we got both the PCM girls in here. We got Brooklyn and Shonda in here. What the heck? All right, okay, it's a party now. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I do love all y'all, man. I really do. Nah, I was trying to do it on YouTube, Chris, because I know on StreamYard you can't do it, but on YouTube, the YouTube tab, like on the actual stream, like I tried to do it like I usually would, but it's just not showing me the option. But I don't know. Maybe afterwards, it'll let me. Who knows? Who knows? But yeah, man. Who else in here that I can't see right away? I mean, at this point, we're just waiting for the man to show up. Anyone else missing the bell? Probably. Hey, I appreciate that. I really do. I really appreciate that. That means the world to me. Thank you very much. Constantine saying, I hate that magazines are dying off. I remember when the magazine stands had a magazine for everything you can imagine. Guitar World, bass Guitar World. Hold up, bro. It was man talking about like probably like a musical like magazine stand or like a musician's like magazine stand. But hey man, I get it though. I get it. You're right. You're right. That's very true. Um, yep, definitely. Same thing from this end. Huge bear hug to the girls from PCM. Which by the way, man, listen, I know everybody who's like in here is probably already subscribed to PCM. But if you're not, yo, go ahead to PCM, show them some love. They do some great catches. They had a great catch recently. That honestly, like I thought Shauna was gonna slap the guy's face, but she held back. She didn't. So that's kudos to you. That's a good job on your end. But yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. The girls do great work. Um, appreciate that. Appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. I think Gordon Flowers apparently shared this stream or something like that. Is that what I'm understanding? Anybody else get that notification says Gordon Flowers shared your stream or shared your post or whatever? I don't know. I'm gonna have to look into that. But if he did, hey, appreciate that, bro. That means a lot to me. It really does. All right, let me go check the status on the co-host over here. All right, hold on. All right, hold up. Yeah, so that was indeed Gordon Flowers sharing the stream, man. So hey, shout out to Alex Rosen, man. Shout out to to Chet Goldstein for sharing the stream. I appreciate that, bro. That means a lot to me. All right, so we still waiting on our co-host over here, but I think he's almost here. So we can have a good old time, baby. Let's see. Yeah. Hi, Mert. She says, when I was in sixth grade, I made a BSNS off of magazines. By buying all the magazines that had pics of Justin Bieber, I sold his pics to a girl in my class. A $4 magazine got me 25. Dang, that is crazy. Yeah, man. Gordon Flowers coming through strongly. You know what I'm saying? And listen, I didn't ask Alex to do that. You know what I'm saying? At no point in time did I say, hey, bro, can you like help my channel or whatever? Nah, man. He's doing it on his own. Um, whatever the reason is, whether he just like supports Jorge, JDQ, or like just what I'm trying to do here. You know what I'm saying? That's the side and the part that people don't see off of Alex. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah. So, you know what I'm saying, without me even asking him or even mentioning it to him, he's already sharing it. So that means the world to me. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm lost for words right now, man. That really does mean a lot to me. All right. So yeah, life was simpler back then for sure. Uh yeah, no, he really is, man. He really is. Yeah. Yeah, she was. Yeah, Hyman was working on that side hustle. Yeah, man. Yep. That's why, you know what I'm saying? Like, people can say what they want. People can do what they do. People can try to troll however they want to troll. But you know what I'm saying? Like the fruits, you know what I'm saying? The fruits of your soul, the fruits of your heart, the fruits of your spirit, actions. You know what I'm saying? Actions speak louder than words. Okay? Let me say that again. Actions speak louder than words. And I'll even say slash names. All right. So uh yep. Yep, he did. I saw that. I saw that. Yep. He actually set up a GoFundMe for a family of a prey. Yep. I saw that and I was like, I was gonna text him about it, but I forgot to. But yeah, I saw that and I was like, ah, that's what I'm talking about, man. Like actions speak louder than words, bro. You know? Yep. And donated 500 himself. I didn't know that part, but yeah, for sure. Yeah, I seen the little tab he has going on, like talking about like the donation. I think it was like a community post or something like that. Yep. Yeah, same here, man. Oh man. Hold on, let's see where we're at. I think okay, cool. All right. He's saying 5 minutes. He's saying 5 minutes. Man, bro. Yo, I'm about to cry, man. I'm about to cry, dog. Like I hope he's not watching this right now. I kind of hope Alex is not watching this right now because, like, for real, I'm about to like shed a tear, but a tear of joy. You know what I'm saying? A tear of like gratitude. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Like I listen. I don't know. Maybe I'm like being exaggerated over here or dramatic or whatever, but I never ever in my life, okay, and I heard it all the time when I was younger, like, oh, you know what I'm saying, just be yourself. You know what I'm saying? Just be who God and Christ called you to be. Doesn't matter with who, just be yourself, right? I never in my entire life, okay, imagined or thought, that truly genuinely being myself and you know what I'm saying, just being how I am or whatever. I'm very laid back. I'm very chill. I'm very peaceful. I'm very loving. I'm very caring. I'm very, respectful. I say it fooling around sometimes. But I try to be like a gentleman, you know what I'm saying? And I really never thought that would do much for me. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes like when you're young and you see people around you getting their way, for being like douches or just scumbags or whatever. It's like it's you to like kind of like mimic that, but never ever ever in my entire life did I ever like actually take that route. I just kept being how I am. Like the way you see me like nowadays is the way I've almost always been. Just completely chill, completely relaxed. You know what I'm saying? Just calm, cool, collected, or whatever you want to call it and it's crazy, man. Like, and I don't know how to say this without like actually crying, but many times it goes beyond, you know what I'm saying, what you're hoping to get, or what you're, you know what I'm saying, what your heart desires at the moment, or what you need at the moment, you know? Like it sometimes people do things towards my person that I'm truly just I get lost for words. Like I really get like beyond grateful and thankful, and I can't say thank you enough. You know what I'm saying? If you have been with your boy JDQ channel from day one, or from the day I rebooted the channel and started doing interviews or whatever, yo, I have nothing but just I'm grateful. I'm grateful. I'm thankful, like that anybody would even take the time to like listen to what I have to say, listen to my opinions. You know what I'm saying? Like the way I talk, the way I express myself, or whatever. I really, really, I have nothing. I'm lost for words, man. Like I'm choked up. You know what I'm saying? I really am like choked up. Um, but yeah, man. Uh, wait, not sure where you're on, but I'm not looking to get anything specific, but just the fact that, sometimes like you need something, but then you're blessed and gifted with something that you weren't expecting and you didn't even ask for, but you're blessed and gifted in a different way. You know what I'm saying? It's weird, bro. It's really weird, but in a good way, you know? Ah, man, I hate being choked up before like a stream, man. Y'all really doing a number on me right now, man, because I'm trying to like hold back my tears and stuff. So, but hey, I appreciate all y'all words, man. I really do. I really do. Um, yeah, I'm just, yeah, I am. I am stuck with y'all. It's a good thing though, you know. Um, hey, I appreciate that. I really do appreciate that. Thank you for everybody's words, man. Everybody like commenting right now, y'all don't have to say all that because y'all like at this point you're trying to make me cry. You're like purposely trying to get me to cry. So that's messed up. But I'll allow it. So, but yeah, I think he's almost here. All right, hold on. I'm just opening up the messaging. uh, yeah, man. See, look. This is evidence one right here, man. Look, Exhibit A, Exhibit A. Emily Rose make him cry, make him cry. That was messed up, yo. John Davis saying, "Jorge, you're good people, buddy." Hey, man, I listen. Listen, I appreciate you. The fact that you're even in the chat right now, while there's really nothing going on right now, because really nothing going on right now. I appreciate it. But we about to have a good time in here, man, in a minute or two. Yeah, I'm trying not to though. I be doing this. Get back in there, you little rascals. Ah, You know what I'm saying? Like I be doing all that just to like not cry. But Jules said we're all crying. Oh man, yo. Yeah, no, it really is. It really is. It really is. Like, listen, I can't really say it or whatever. I can't say the details of what I saw earlier, but man, I wish that was the case. Listen, you would not be able to handle me if that was the case. I would be all over the I can't say. I'll pull a Kevin Hart. I'll pull a Kevin Hart all day, every day if that were the case. Trust me, you don't want to see that, and you don't want to hear it because I sound like a little girl. All right, when I'm around onions and like trying to get it off my eyes or whatever, I'll be just like that. Ah! Ah! I can't see. Give me a towel. Yeah, yeah. I had some of the greatest parents this life has to offer, man. I mean, that's the real deal right there. Like I have to like thank God every now and then that my parents did a great job, like as far as like raising me goes with like morals, values, and all that good stuff. So yeah, you're on the money with that one for sure. Yeah, y'all like that, huh? Y'all like hearing me scream like a little girl, huh? All right. Well, I mean, that's enough of that. Yeah, for real. Don't forget to bring a towel. Is that how it goes? Don't forget to bring a towel. I feel like I just nailed it right there. That second time I did it, I think I nailed it. That's how he says it, right? I'm pretty sure that's how he says it. I know he says something else, but I'm not gonna say that. What? Wait, what part? The don't forget to bring a towel part, or the me screaming like a little girl part? Oh man, y'all are wow. I mean, my tears are away now because yeah, now all the screaming. Man, y'all are stupid. Y'all double O stupid. All right, stop playing with me like that. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to be getting around like that. Okay, I got you. I got you. I will scream when the time comes. I will scream, just not now. Just not now, man. It's not the time. It's not the time. Dang, his main co-host. I mean, listen. I'm well aware that he's worth the wait and he's worth the time. I promise you, he's worth the wait. But still, damn son, like where you at, dog? Where you at? At this point, people are gonna think that I made it all up and that the co-host is an imaginary friend of some sort, and JDQ has officially gone insane. All right. So yeah, wherever you at, buddy, wherever you at, please chime in. Anonymous asks a great question. However, I'd like to point out that almost on every intro, if not in every intro of every stream that I do, I always state the state that I'm in, son. That's beautiful, Sunshine, Florida. Yes, sir. Hey, you're welcome, baby. You're welcome. Okay, you are welcome. Yeah, man, that co-host is lacking big time. I smelled tears and heard an old lady screaming. Dead Twist, yo, everybody, yo, show Dead Twist some love, man. Like Dead Twist is, at least in my opinion, he's one of the real ones, along with like most of you in the chat area, anyways. But figured I would point it out. He's been a great supporter as well, and I got nothing but love and respect for Dead Twist. So, um, listen, I mean, yeah, I mean, at this point, you might as well just call it that. Yeah, Florida, Florida, Florida. Yeah, the crazy Florida man. We got the crazy Florida man, doing crazy things left and right. How many gators have I encountered? If I'm honest, I think personally I've only encountered like maybe wow, in the 5 years that I've been here, like maybe three. So in 5 years, I've only personally encountered like three gators. Um, but overall, in general, I've encountered way more than that. So the main co-host is backstage. You know what I'm saying? He about to show his his lovely face in a minute. But so before I bring him on here, all right, I'm gonna do a quick, I guess, a formal intro for him. All right. So I've known this person for like I want to say over 25 years of my life. Not gonna say who it is, but I have known him for like forever almost. He is, he's a great man of God. He is. He is a man of faith. He is a musician. He's a singer. He is a songwriter. He is a producer. He's a rapper. He's a lyricist. I don't know. The list goes on and on. But you get the idea. You get the point. Um, all right. So that being said, I'm gonna allow him to like talk about the rest and give his background his way. Right. But yeah, that being said, y'all, I'd like to present to you officially and formally the co-host, the main co-host of this channel, Vision Eye View TV. All right, Mr. Kiko Kiking. All right, we'll just leave it at Kiko though. Yo,
Is this how this thing works? Am
I
I
don't
even
know.
on this
You
thing? You see me?
can you hear me?
Huh?
I
can
can't
hear
hear
you.
you. I can't hear you. Hold on.
What's up? You
Let
can't
me
hear
make
me? What
sure of
am I
something.
supposed to do here? Make sure my thing's on.
Hold on.
The mic
Give me 1 second.
says the
I
mic
just
is
want to make
on.
sure of one thing before we even continue. All right. Sorry about that, guys. I apologize. Kiko, can you hear me? Can you hear me? I think he's lagging because I can kind of hear him. Hmm. Don't know about that connection, son. Let's see if he can hear us.
What's up, man? Can you hear me?
Now I can hear you. Now I can hear you.
I can hear you.
All right, cool. All right.
You can hear me?
So, good sir.
I'm in my car.
All right, cool. But there's no lag, there's no delay or nothing like that from your end.
No, not right now.
All right, I think on my end there's a little bit of a delay, but
This is
we'll
Vision
get
Eye,
past it.
right?
Yes, sir. This is Vision Eye View TV on YouTube, sir.
What's up, man?
What's going on, player? From the Himalayas?
Nah, eating dinner, and I got off work about an hour ago, and I had to get myself ready, and that's my studio stuff on and all that stuff. So now I'm in LA.
All right. So wait. So, bro, can you do me a small favor? Because I think the fact that you're
Can you
like
hear me?
outside, I can hear you, but there's like a little bit of delay. So if the Wi-Fi is on, turn the Wi-Fi off. That way, the data signal's being used. It might be like a little stronger. I think that
All right.
might help. Maybe
Let me see something.
can't guarantee it, but it might work.
I gotta learn how to work these phones. You said turn off.
The Wi-Fi, yeah. Because if you're outside the house and you're far away from like the Wi-Fi connection, hmm. Oh man. All right. Now,
Yeah, I can hear you.
I think that's a little smoother, right?
Yeah,
All right. Just yeah.
yeah.
It'll get there like eventually, but yeah. All right. So Kiko, bro, this has been a long time coming. I've been wanting to do this podcast style channel with you for like I want to say like 2 years now, maybe like a little more than that. And we
Yeah.
kind of like created the channel like a while back ago, but we had it on pause because you've been working on but I want you to express yourself and just kind of present yourself to the people and tell them what you have to offer, basically.
Yo, I feel like talking like Elon Musk. And
Yeah.
I don't even know what to say. Anyways, I don't know. I guess y'all can go.
Yep.
I guess we're gonna start up this channel talking about all kinds of things, promoting music, doing independent stuff, trying to
Right.
escape reality of bondageness, trying to do some fun stuff, hopefully
True.
change lives.
True that.
So yeah.
So do everybody a small favor and just kind of like talk about how you got introduced to like making music or how you got influenced by music. Pretty much like go into that.
Well, my dad used to sing. I think all his brothers used to try to sing back in the days. I think I got into music when I first to the United States when I was in first grade. I think by third grade, and I saw like I think it was Run DMC and Naughty by Nature. They
Gotcha.
were pretty big back then. I was like in third grade, and I remember being in class talking about I want to be like them. I want to do what they do. And I think I started from there. I started freestyling and doing all kinds of stuff. So yeah, I think I've always known I was gonna make music since then. Third grade probably. Maybe my mom said that when I was a baby that there was two things that I did. She said, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" And she said I pointed at the TV, and I pointed at my grandfather who was a pastor preaching the Bible, and then
Hmm.
I was pointing at the TV because somebody was singing. You know what I'm saying? So and then of course I saw my dad singing, and I was like, yeah, I could do this. This is easy. You know, I think I think writing is fun. Yeah. So yeah.
So all right. So okay. Early childhood, right? Your mom talking about she asked you and you pointed to like the TV and grandpa, right? Because I'll just I'll just say this because people are gonna ask anyways at some point, whether it be now or tomorrow or whatever, and they're gonna find out eventually. They're gonna find out eventually. But we we are family. I'm not, and so I'd like to bring up the fact that people who follow the your boy JDQ channel know that my background in faith is my grandfather was a pastor for many years, and before that he was an evangelist. So we share that same grandfather. So
Yeah.
Kiko saw that in him, and he's like, all right, yeah, that would be great too if I could like preach the word of God and all that, and also like entertain people and like do music or whatever. So okay, so you first grade, back in the States, saw like Naughty by Nature, got past that, got into freestyling. What drove you into like actually saying, I'm gonna take this a step further and actually like make music of my own? Like what motivated you or inspired you to like do that much and say, I'm gonna do it this way?
Well, number one, I wasn't gonna sign no label because I was like, I don't want nobody telling me what to do. That's number one. And you're not gonna tell me what kind of song I'm gonna make or what I should put out or whatever. But when I was a teenager, all we used to do is just freestyle and try to record music. We used to try to understand how the heck they doing that. And then after I graduated, after I got to the United States, after I got out the military, I remember working with my brother, and we drove by this store that is called Guitar Center or something, Music Center. I walked up in there, and I was like, man, this is like heaven. They had everything you could think of, right? And back then, right previous to that, I was living in Germany. You know what I'm saying? And when I was living in Germany, I was working every single day, saving money to buy a studio. So when I get back to the United States, I can buy a studio, right? So I would say I was like a month into being back to the United States, and I was working with my brother, just doing side gig while I was looking for a job. And so we were driving, and I see this guitar, and I walk up in there, and they're like, yeah, this is how you record music, and this is, and I'm like, for real? And I just took my money and bought everything. I bought everything. So everything that I needed to record, to do it independently.
We're talking about like the M-Box, microphone, microphone stand.
Pro Tools, speakers, everything you needed, everything, because I had the money to do so. Because back then, I worked every single day for like 8 months straight, like every single day. I didn't have no day off. And
so hold on. Say that again. Say that again so people can like let it sink in real quick. Say that again.
What?
You worked for 8 months straight, no stop, no days off, just to save enough money for what?
Yeah. To buy my own recording studio because I couldn't afford paying $100 an hour to record in somebody else's studio. I went to a studio before I went to Germany. I went to a studio and tried to record a song, and for 1 hour, it was like, man, it was expensive. I was like, I can't be going to work and then giving these dudes like $200, $300 my paycheck, for 1 hour, 2 hours, And then I just started thinking of ways of doing it independently. And then I had an opportunity to go to Germany. And when I got to Germany, I got offered a job within a day or two from me being there. And from there, I started stocking food at the commissary. And I was doing that every single night for like 8 months straight, just stacking paper. And then when I came back, I saw that music store, and I bought everything. I bought everything I needed. And then from the comfort of my home, I've been recording music. So yeah, I record music after I get off work and all that stuff.
How long would you say you've been like actively like recording from that very point in time that you started saying, I'm gonna buy all this? From that point up until now, how long has that been that you've been like recording music?
Well, it took a minute to learn everything because I didn't go to school for it. You know what I'm saying? And back then I wasn't really looking at YouTube to try to learn it. I was just trying to learn by myself. So in the beginning, I was just, recording, and it sounded goofy because I couldn't understand how to make it perfect and master it. So there'd be times where I just leave it alone, but then I was coming back and forth. So I would say 2006, 2007, it's when I really started understanding. And then by the time 2011 came, I really started understanding. And now fast forward to today, I understand a lot. Like, a lot. And I've recorded a lot of songs,
Please tell the beautiful people here how many songs you've recorded thus far.
Well, I got a lot, but there's so many to finish. I want to finish all of them before I die. Like, if I can finish all of them before I die, maybe it'd be an amazing blessing. You know what I'm saying? Because there's not enough time. Like, look right now, it took me forever to get here because there's not enough time. Time goes by so fast.
Right.
And then when you're doing things by yourself, it feels like it's forever. So that's all I do. You know what I'm saying?
Emily Rose says we want to hear them sometime, like talking about your songs. So
well, you probably find them on Spotify just by looking up Kiko Kiking. I just put 2 songs out on Audius. I don't know if you ever heard of Audius.
Yeah.
Heard of Audius?
Explain it to the people though, 'cause I'm pretty
cryptocurrency.
sure. Yeah.
It's a cryptocurrency platform, so you can get paid in crypto and then transfer it into USD. So, but I'm gonna be putting out a new album soon, so it just everything takes time. The thing is that I have so many songs that I could probably put out like 7 volumes if I felt like it, but I would have to make sure that they all sound perfect before I put it out. And I'm probably the worst judge in the world, yo. For real. You know what I mean?
Well, that's something
Especially
that I
when it
want
comes
to like bring up is you already said that you do everything yourself, right? Now,
to.
mind you, this is to everybody like in the chat. Mind you, this is someone who obviously he has he has an ear for like what he wants to like the way he envisions a certain sound, right? And so obviously, this none of this has been done in a professional studio like setting. All right. This has been a production or productions, like many recordings, um, done in his private like own studio. So keep that in mind. And I only say this because I've recorded songs in the past myself in a home studio setting, like at grandma's house actually. And so I didn't get as best of a audio quality as I was like hoping for. So that being said, you're gonna notice like, okay, well, you can tell right off the bat that it sounds good, but it could sound a lot better had it been in a professional studio like setting. So yeah,
Definitely,
that being said, keep that in mind.
definitely. I ain't go to school for it.
And that's the other thing. Yeah, that's the other thing. Gigo has done this, pretty much like learning on his own, learning the ways and like the software and like how to like set things up and all this other stuff, like all on his own. So, also keep that in mind.
I think
Um,
editing takes forever.
yeah, yeah.
Editing takes forever.
Go ahead
Yeah,
and
because you want to make
explain your
sure the
editing
sound.
process to the people.
Well, I usually write 2 to 3 verses before I shoot it. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And the editing takes forever because what I'm putting into it, like to make sure it sounds the way I hear it or envision it inside.
Yep.
And then I gotta make sure that every lyric is impactful. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm literally making love to every beat. Like
Yep.
I'm
And
not
I've
trying
been
to
there.
kill the
I've
beat.
been. Wait, say it again.
I'm not trying to kill the beat. I'm trying to make love to the beat
True.
every
True that.
single time. Every single time.
Yeah, when I've been there, like when Kiko's been like recording and like editing music and all that, I gotta say, man, like I mean, I've seen a few other people like record and stuff, and I've never seen anybody else as engaged, as involved, as just like completely in sync with like what he's doing. And I'm not saying that because he's like family and all that. I'm just saying like once again, I've been in other like studios and I've seen other people record. I've seen other people write. I've seen other people produce. And I'm talking about like other like professional studios. I've been inside professional studios before because I had to because my certification and degree is in like audio and recording engineering, right? And so I had to like be in other studios and watch them work, right? And I've seen them do how they do it or whatever. And I'm talking about like people that have been in the business for like 20 years plus, 15 years plus, right? At the time, I see them like record and do what they do, and I compare it to like how Geeko is when he's recording it, or when he's writing, or when he's editing, or whatever. And if I were to like honestly like evaluate both sides, I have never seen an artist, a singer, a writer, a rapper as invested into his recording as Kiko. So once again, not because we're family, but I'm being completely genuine about this. I really haven't seen anybody else as dedicated to his music and his recordings as Kiko. So I'll just
Well,
end my opinion on that.
I always look at it this way, man. That could be my last song or my last words. You know what I'm saying?
Yep,
So I
that's the way to look at it.
every time I look at the next project, I'm thinking about what's the next thing to say to the world.
Yep.
You know. And,
I think if everybody looked at it like that way, you know, we might have like a lot more like inspired, driven, or like motivational like type songs or like content out there instead of just, you know, someone talking about the riches and like the, you know, the fame and the, you know, the daily stuff, you know, that everybody like loves to like sing and rap about. Like, oh, I got gold in my teeth. Oh, I've got diamonds in my pocket. Oh, I've got, you know, a Lambo or whatever. You know, it's trash, bro. It's trash. I'm sorry. If and this is me, yeah, that's fine, bro. But you're not rapping about it, so that's fine. You can have it in your mouth. You know what I'm saying? Just don't talk about it because it's not really edifying anybody out here. You know, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, it's okay to do it. Yo, if you can have diamonds in your mouth and you can still like pay your bills and all that, cool. That's fine. Do what you got to do. Just don't sing and rap about it because it's nonsense. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, okay, and that's helping me how? This is edifying me how? This is, you know what I'm saying? I know you got a lot to say about that. But before we get to that, sir, I gotta say, the other thing that we're gonna be talking about tremendously on this channel is like you know, the awakening that we've had. Like for example, like my awakening happened like back in 2012 ish. When would you say your eyes were open to the lies of this world, man? Because that's something. That's another thing that we have in common is that we have had our eyes open to the ways of this world, you know, and the lies of this world. So how did that come to be? Like, how? What was your first experience where you're like, man, this is what the world is about? This is like, you know, I've been lied to this whole time. Like, what was your experience? Your
yeah.
epiphany moment, if you will.
Um, I think when I was either 21 or 23. But you know, I was having epiphanies before. You know, I think one of the things that opened up my mind, my spiritual mindset prior to finding Christ was using ecstasy. Because prior
Mm,
to that, I was, I wouldn't say docile. You know, like sleepwalking.
got you.
It wasn't
Yep.
until it wasn't until it's sort of like Adam and Eve opening up their eyes to a whole different world set. That's what ecstasy did to me. It made me think differently. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Now let me
So,
say this before you
uh,
continue. Not that we're condoning ecstasy, because we're not here for that. We're not condoning ecstasy. But what he's saying is that part of the reason or how he got to certain awakenings, I guess, is the use of that. So, you know, once again, we're
well,
not promoting it. We're
I'm gonna
not
be,
condoning it. It's just that's
I'm gonna say this. There's a lot of people who are sober and they don't know God.
true. It's very true.
They've walked sober the entire life sober, and they don't know who God is. And then a lot of people who've done drugs and they found God. They find God.
Hmm.
Um, you know, even, and I've had a deep conversation with my grandfather about people coming inside church drunk and high. And Abuelo used to say, "Let them come as they are,
Yep.
because they need to hear the word." All
Yep.
right, because it's not even about being that. Because you know, you're gonna do things like that. You know,
Hmm.
just to see what it feels like, which is why I did it. I did it because of a female. You know, and I ain't gonna lie, I loved it. You know, it was amazing. Um, it was one of the most peaceful things that I've ever experienced in my life. And then here comes the law. The law comes behind you and makes you feel like you did something wrong when you just
Hmm.
discovered you probably discovered the most peaceful thing in your life.
Yeah.
And you're like, wow, this is crazy. You know? Like you literally feel like you love everybody. You love life. You love like there's no like it will conquer depression.
Yeah,
You know?
I've heard about that. I think there's an episode on Family Guy where I forgot how it happens, but Peter tries ecstasy and he's just like, oh, Oh, Lewis. He starts taking his clothes off and just like rolling on the floor. Oh, I feel so good.
But
So I
see,
can imagine that's how you would
it
do it probably.
I mean, to me, it was one of the most amazing things. But you also have to realize that if you have a strong mind, that you can't
Yeah.
do that every day
Right,
unless you want to lose your mind. You know what I'm saying?
right.
And then back then, the news reports used to talk about how it can build holes in your brain, and I used to be like, I ain't trying to have no holes in my brain, you know.
Yeah.
So and I used to see people go crazy, you know. Um, but honestly, I always wonder had I not done ecstasy, how spiritual I would be.
Right.
I'm not religious. I'm extremely
Spiritual.
like when I say spiritual is that there's beyond like whatever we see, there's something beyond what we see, you know.
Yeah.
So
Emily Rose
yeah,
has said something very true.
I've done acid too. Acid. I wouldn't say acid or LSD are the greatest. Um, I don't even want to call it drug. That's what the world wants to call it, drug. But I want to say the
Imagination
probably the
enhancers.
most. Yeah, the most imaginative. Yeah, it can. Yeah, I can tell you. I thought I was gonna be a millionaire overnight. I can think of anything. But again, it can kill you. All that stuff can kill you. You know, all that stuff can kill you. Do too much of it, it can destroy your mind. You know what I'm saying? Smoking cigarettes. I don't smoke cigarettes, but smoking cigarettes can give you cancer. You lose your voice. Cancer in the throat, cancer in the organs. And people don't
Yeah.
think about that stuff, but they still do it. And
Mm.
nobody knows about vaping. I don't vape, so I don't know what that can do to people.
I heard it
You
was
know what
like
I mean?
stronger. It's like worse for you actually.
Yeah.
Because
But
they try to
see,
promote it like it's like less harmful than cigarettes or whatever or tobacco, but I think the
uh,
concentration of like what's in it is like a lot higher and like a lot stronger than like regular cigarettes or like tobacco. So it's kind of like having like a more concentrated, smaller dose within, you know what I'm saying, the device itself. And so instead of like
right,
inhaling like, a small bit of it, it's like almost the equivalent of like smoking, I think 10 or 15, like in with just like one, like vapor or whatever. Yeah.
right, yeah. I don't get it, but I'm not into it. You know.
What are you into?
So I'm gonna keep those things to myself. I'm not an
Right.
alcoholic. I know that. you know.
I'm not gonna
I
say it
do.
either, but
I'm not gonna say nothing.
right, 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 right.
But I will say that if it wasn't for ecstasy, I don't know if I would be spiritual like the way that I am now. Because again, it was like biting the apple, or fruit,
Gotcha,
I should say, and garden. You know,
gotcha.
and I haven't done it for years. And when I say years, I would say a good right before 2005, 2004. I want to say
Well,
around 2000. Yeah, 2004. Yeah, around that time. So it's been a long time. You know. And I think if I were to do it today, I'd probably lose my mind. You know what I'm saying?
wait, hold on.
So,
Let's. I'm gonna read something real quick that Emily just said. She said, "I get it, man. I went down that road before, but God gonna bless our imagination more than any psychedelics. Just my beliefs, of course." And then Kodiak says, I've seen so many friends on ecstasy, which turned my view off drugs completely. Never touched them, but experienced friends taking them and and having to pick up the pieces. Yeah, that's the same thing with like any type of drug, like or alcohol or whatever. So yeah. Oh snap!
yeah.
Yes, better late than never. Thank you for stopping
The
by.
what?
Bomb. We got Bomb Institute in the house. Just saying, she's better late than ever. All right, so all right. That's a great background, by the way. I couldn't have said it or explained it better myself. I don't know, man. Do you want to like let people in a little like more on like of like your background of like who you are as an individual, you know, because I brought you on here, right? And I want you as my co-host for a few reasons, but The main reason being, right, and I told you this like in a conversation on the phone earlier. Basically, like we both know, the word of God. I would even dare say you know it a little bit more than I do, right? Because you went through that stage where you were like a newborn in the faith, and you were like excessively like reading every book of the Bible. You read it from like left to right, in and out. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like me, I've always been like active in church. Maybe right now at the moment I'm not, and I'm still like in the pews and just like listening and feeding my soul, feeding my spirit, and just keeping myself like there. You, however, even though you were brought up right in the faith and all that, and I'm not saying this to take away from you. I'm just saying that this is kind of like the reason why I have you on here as my main co-host, is that even though you know about the faith and you know about the Word of God and you love God and you want to pursue God, you want to go to heaven and all this other stuff. At the same time, you're not looking to be active in church, at least not right now, not at the moment. It's not in your interest, personally, and from your opinion, to not be active in church. So we have two points of views. We have a point of view of someone like me who was raised in the church, raised in the faith, and actually does want to like at some point eventually soon, hopefully, be active in the faith again, in the gospel and church and all this other stuff. And we have the other point of view where it's someone who knows God, who knows the word of God, who knows the faith, and loves God, with all your heart, but is like, I'm good, like where I'm at now. Like like you've tasted, like you've tasted the world. You've done what you've done in the past. So you have experiences that I don't have. You know what I'm saying? And vice versa. You have like the experience from like learning of things of the world because you've gone through it and you've experienced and all that. And me the other way around, vice versa. So we can learn from each other. And if there's anybody in here at some point that doesn't agree with my point of view because they've gone through what you've gone through, they can relate with you and vice versa. So do you want to add anything else for like the people who can like know more about you or your background and
Uh,
all that?
well, I work in the. You ever worked in the medical field?
Nope, I have
I work in the
not.
medical field. I work in the medical field, right? So I see everything, and I see people crying. I see people in pain. We all talk about God, life, and also when they come through those doors, right? Um, there's times where some of those patients will make you cry because especially when someone just lost their daughter or something. You know what I'm saying? And you're like,
Yep.
man, they're young and they died young. Um, and then trying to console people when you yourself are just you feel destroyed. You know, I'm not gonna go in front of a pulpit and preach knowing that I'm not perfect. I know I'm gonna commit sin. Just a bunch of stuff. Okay. I mean, I'm not even
Right.
go down the line, but I don't I don't wrong people for doing what they do in the church or anything. I mean, I think that's a calling. Just the same way when I feel like, me writing and recording music, I feel like I have a calling. It's just programmed inside me. Okay? And there's no escaping it. I can't escape it. And as far as serving God, you can only do where you can, where you best fit in. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna go out of my way. Jesus went out of his way, died for people, and look how people act. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? I'm not getting no vaccine because at the end of the day, the TV is like the serpent in the garden. And every time the articles talk, first off, the scripture says that false scientific things will creep inwardly. All
Right.
right, that's found in the book of Timothy. So with all these scientists and doctors, I work with a doctor. He don't know everything. We don't know everything. We don't know how to treat everything. We don't know how to cure everything. So for someone to sit here and say, "Go get this injection," first off, ask yourself, where's the disease come from? Does
Yeah.
it come from sober people, like natural, like right now I have positive O blood. apparently I'm kind of immune to COVID. Okay, it's like having like a cold or something. People like me. Okay, but when I think about this stuff, I am not getting no injection because the government told me so. You better have spiritual discernment, you know. And the first thing you should have did is rebuke the television from telling you all these crazy things because it's coming from different voices. It's not even coming from God. You know, the Bible already told you to have spiritual discernment and to be aware of all the devices. Okay?
Yep.
And so if you don't understand that, like you're injecting something into your body. And I've done ecstasy, I've smoked weed, I've drank liquor, I did acid, you know, whippity do. I'm still alive.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I don't feel like there's anything wrong with me. I also feel like I'm forgiven for doing those things. You know what I'm saying? But for someone to tell you or mandate to do something when you're supposed to be walking freely, you're supposed to be trusting God anyways. You shouldn't even be fearing death because, to me, to die is diving into eternity. Okay? And I'd rather be with God than live in this world. Who wants to be in a world full of bondage? You do know that if you become a millionaire tomorrow, you're going to be in a different bondage. And
Yeah.
then
There's
those of
always
us,
something.
we get up. Yeah, you get up to go to work. Like right now, you talking about serving the church. That's bondage. Like when you go and get up, you're in bondage. You're in whether you look this way or that way. I'm in bondage recording music.
Well, I mean, that's a different type of bondage, though. Like there's bondages that kind of like help feel your life like fulfilled, and there's other bondages where it kind of makes you feel like an actual like slave, like and not in a
Yeah,
good
like the
way.
alarm,
Yep.
like the alarm when you didn't have a good night rest of sleep. Imagine you
Yep.
didn't have a good night rest of sleep and you gotta be like you're in jail for 9 hours.
Yep.
And everybody's expendable. Everybody's expendable.
Yep.
So, but going back to your question,
Yeah.
I can only serve God where I'm good at and where I'm best at. I'm not gonna go out of my way to try to be Superman.
Right. Right. Right.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
and it is kind of like, or go ahead, say what you're gonna say, and I'll say what I'm gonna say for later. Go ahead.
I forgot what I was gonna say, but I'm just saying that no one's more special than Christ. People can
Right.
act like the biggest celebrity, I'm the chosen one. There's only one chosen one. We're prototypes.
Yep. And
And
I
we
was having a
do the best we
conversation.
can.
Yep.
Go
Nobody's
ahead.
perfect.
Go ahead.
Nobody's perfect down here, but we're striving. We can strive for perfection, or we can strive to be like Jesus was, which is what we're called to do. Now, if you're a follower of Christ and follower of the faith, we're called to be, at the very least, following in Jesus' footsteps. All right, at the very least. So yeah, no, we're not going to become perfect, especially not here on earth. We're going to have our trials and tribulations and all that, but to strive to be like Jesus is what we should strive to be, right? So I was having a conversation with Dad like not too long ago, like a day or two ago, and he was telling me about the guy, this preacher or pastor that long story short, he was one of those like very strict preacher pastors for a while, and then he had to let go of like the church that he was like a part of because something happened, and then he started like another church, but it was independent, and he was like very relaxed. He was wearing like polos and jeans and all this other stuff, and at the time it was like liberal to like do that or whatever, right? It was like years ago. So, anyways, apparently no one was going to his church, no one was like congregating or whatever, and he kind of like felt like his calling had like ended, and he started praying, and then God told him, "Oh, go back to being who I called you to be, or who you were," and then long story short, he started like dressing up again with like a suit and like a tie or whatever, and then people started coming to his church, and this and that, and his church started growing, and his ministry got big. And I told Dad, that's cool, like that's fine, but that was God with that person specifically. That was God's intention and purpose and plan for that person specifically. It's not the same thing all the way across. Like the same way that he is going to use that pastor or preacher, the way he was going to use them with a shirt and tie, is not going to be the same way he's going to use you or me or anybody else in the faith. There's different reasons and different purposes for different individuals that are in the faith, and what God wants to do with them and through them, and how he wants to go about it. It's not one size fits all. But
That's
yeah.
true. I don't know how to sew. I don't know how to fix a car. I don't know how to fly a plane. I don't know how to play video games.
Mm-hmm.
But I know how to record music. I know how to write and put words. I know how to freestyle. I know how to do all that stuff because I put my mind to it. You know what I'm saying? And now I know everything about it.
Yep.
And so, even scripture. Once you put your mind to scripture, instead of putting your mind to the TV, your mind's gonna be different. If you sit here and read the Quran, you're gonna think Quranic thoughts. If you're gonna think biblical thoughts, you're gonna think scripture thoughts. The rabbis, the Jewish people, they preach the Old Testament and even the Bible different than what Christians do. You know that,
Hugo,
right?
hold that thought, bro. Yeah. So Jen is in the stream, and today is her birthday, and we need to like roll out that long, thick, red carpet welcome for Jen. All right, and congratulate her on her birthday, Jen. Happy birthday! May the Lord bless you with many more years and health, wisdom, strength, and all those things that make you you. All right. So happy birthday to you, Jen.
God bless. So yeah,
So
you can listen, I've been in the medical field for a long time, and it gets tiring dealing with stuff, especially with people with bad attitudes.
yeah.
I can't be around people with bad attitudes. I can't do it. We get them every day. So imagine being in that type of bondage, man. Imagine one day, what if you decide that you're going to take on the world by being a pastor?
Yeah.
You can do it. Especially when like, how people thinking about getting injections? What if they give you an injection that you live 200, 300 extra years? Do you really want to be in this world? Getting up on somebody else's own time, just to chase paper, to buy a new car, to it's goofy.
Yeah.
It's all goofy. I feel like I'm in a mindset where imagine you lived 1,000,000 years.
Right.
I don't even have time to argue. I got time to express myself.
Yep.
But I don't really got time to argue with nobody. I don't. All I want to do is make love, walk around in love, be in love every single day. And the things that throw me off, that hurt me and bring me down, I look at my family, I look at my niece or whatever, and their smile gives me so much life.
Mm-hmm.
So,
that's kind of like what I was getting at. I think today or yesterday, I was like, yo, if people only understood the depth of like the fact that we're alive, the fact that we have consciousness, the fact that we get to like meet other people and like interact, talk to them, like converse, share thoughts, share opinions, and hear their voice and vice versa. Yo, I mean, not to take away from other stuff that God has given us, but that's some of the greatest miracles that God has done.
What's the spirit behind your flesh?
Right, and that's something that you've always talked about. You go ahead and talk about that.
And not only that, you do know that we live inside God's imagination, not the other way around, right?
There you go. Go ahead. Go ahead. Say that one more time. Go ahead. Say that one more time.
Well, for the people,
Yeah.
this is what I tell my patients all the time. That especially atheists, I say you do know that you dwell within God's imagination, not the other way around. In other words, if you exist, God knows who you are,
Yep.
and there is no escaping. You know what
That's
the
some
Bible
powerful
says in the
stuff.
book of Revelation? Let me tell you something crazy, yo. In order to create, like, first off, we're in the image of God, right? In the flesh, right? Now check this out. In the book of Revelation, which is a book revealing, right? It says
Mm-hmm.
that all of us who believe in Christ or in our Father, our Lord God, that we will be standing in a sea of glass. We will be standing in a sea of glass. Now think about
Right.
this. When you take sand and water and polish it, you create a mirror.
Right.
The same thing's happening to every single one of us. We're being polished into eternal life. Because like when you look at yourself in the mirror, you see the image of God within yourself. You know? Does
Yep.
not mean that I have thunder in my hands. That does not mean that I have thunder in my hand and I'm gonna strike you down. That has nothing, because God is pure love. God don't have no time to be arguing with nobody.
Yep. Yeah, and it's funny. It's funny how people do have or make the time to be like arguing with God. But we'll talk about that another time.
Of course. We all do that. We all do that. I've done that. We all doing that. Imagine arguing with people, and then people be killing each other over arguments instead of talking.
Yeah.
Think about that. So yeah.
And one more thing, bro, because we are gonna leave the people wanting more, and I'm gonna cut this short and end this stream like right now, like in like 2 or 3 minutes. But this has been a great overall like introduction to like you as the co-host of this channel, and what you bring to the table and all that. And everybody's already saying that they want to see you back soon. So keep that in mind. All right. Now I want us, in the actual episodes that we do, like the actual like podcast, like recorded episodes, I wanted to like really dive into like some interesting and must needed like topics. You know what I'm saying? Like we'll be talking about conspiracy theories and all that stuff. We're gonna be talking about like things that we have woken up to, like the lives of the world that we mentioned earlier. We're gonna bring current events and tie them into like biblical prophecy. We're gonna tie in things in the music industry. Which, by the way, now that I say that, when was like the first time, right, that because you're someone who used to be like into like deep like gangster rap type music. You were into like oh my goodness, NWA type music, 3 6
Mafia.
Mafia type music, right? So when was the first time that you heard some of the lyrics and you were like, you woke up to it and you're like, hold up, man, I don't want to be a part of this. Like, what am I like really
Oh.
listening to right here? Go ahead.
Um. Shoot. When I had my awakening, man. When I had my awakening, and I was sitting in the car listening to their lyrics for the first time, because before you hear it, you just think it's just entertainment. You think nothing of it. So you find
Yep.
yourself with a gun on your lap, and
Yep.
hanging around people. And then one day it hits you so hard, like you actually hear what they're saying. And actually, they're talking to their fans. So if you really
Yep.
understood them talking about I'm a kid, he's talking to his fans, right?
Yep.
So I sat there like, dang, he's talking about killing me. And I took it as offense. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And so many things crossed my mind, like, wow, I feel so disrespected, man. I just felt so disrespected. Like, it was unbelievable because you walk around deaf or mute. Like prior to that, I was deaf and mute. But then once I understood what lyrics can do, I was like, dang, man. And right there and then I was being transformed.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying?
Very nice.
I remember at one point where when I saw myself in the mirror, I looked like a straight up demon.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then the transformation came in. You know, but it was a good old month, man. It was a good old month. I ain't telling you, the first month. Oh my God, I'll never forget the first month. You know, I'll never forget maybe the whole first year either. But even up to this day, I don't forget nothing. Because let me tell you something strange. When I first met Christ and I was having these dreams, like I was taken into heaven,
right.
I remember being taken up so high into the sky, like into space. And I remember that I was looking down because Earth was a dot, right? And I remember it. I can't forget where that dot's at, otherwise I'm going to lose myself. But there was something next to me. I couldn't see them. But anyways, I ended up on a swing set, like a kid's swing set.
Mm-hmm.
So I was on a swing set, and I was just swinging, looking at the earth, and then something whispered onto me and said, "Look to the right." And I looked to the right, and I saw a fireball coming towards the earth, and it shocked me and it scared me, and I started like falling and falling and falling and falling and falling. And I was like, man, I'm falling, but I'm still alive. Like I was conscious, right? And then it's funny because soon after that, I saw that movie Journey to the Center of the Earth.
Right. Yeah, of course. And that scene that he's like falling and he's like,
yeah,
ah!
that happened in my dream, and I couldn't believe that I was still. I thought I was gonna die in my dream or something. But it's things like that make me believe there's something beyond the body,
right?
And beyond. But that's just one thing, because even in this today's scenario, how people are walking around with masks. In a dream, I was taken to a place where it looked like a desert, and there were people walking around in hoodies, and they had a mask on. And the person, the being that was invincible, I don't want to call it angel because I ain't seen no angel, but there was like an invincible presence next to me, and he was showing me things and telling me things, and I was like, why are they walking around with masks on? Even though they were like, "Thank you, Father Lord, thank you, Father," like they were all walking in unison. They all had a mask on. They're like, "Thank you, Father Lord." They're like, "Thank you, Father Lord. Blessed is Father Lord God."
Yeah.
Like they were walking around, and I can hear them. You know what I'm saying? And so, why are they walking around with masks? And like a million thoughts cross my head. Are they having is there a religious war going on? Like people, and then the being sick because they're scared to die. And I was like,
that's
why
crazy.
are they scared to die? Right? I'm like, why are they scared to die? And so I was sitting there looking at them, and in my mind, I'm thinking, is there like a religious war coming? You know, because
this is before the pandemic.
Yeah, this is way before. This is like 20 years ago. Yeah.
Whoa! What?
20 years ago. Yeah.
Holy crap, man! This man had a prophetic dream. Didn't tell nobody about it. Come on, dog. You could have helped us all. What?
Hold up. I wasn't thinking about no injections and stuff like that, or depopulation, and none of that stuff was in my mind back then, right?
Right.
So, but as we got closer to the pandemic, certain things started being revealed to me, you know, and it makes me wonder, like I don't have fear to death because I don't get it anymore.
Gotcha.
You know?
Yep.
And I see people talking about, here's the COVID shot and all this stuff, and it's like they're scared to die. They talk about how they believe in God. They don't have no faith in God, but you're scared to die. That doesn't even make sense.
There you go.
That's because they are unaware they dwell within God's imagination.
And to add on to that, my people die for lack of knowledge. All right? Just remember that. Yep. Go ahead.
Life is a test. I was going to say, life is just a test. See who's worthy to live forever. And you can bet everything in this world that there is no paying rent, feeling like you're in bondage. There's none of that stuff going on up there. This is this life. This life is not heaven.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This is a garden where the serpent tests us. I'm gonna say it
Every
again.
day.
The television is part of that the deception tool, like part of the
Got you.
you know how it says have spiritual discernment and be aware that the devil's device.
Devices.
Television
Yeah.
it's a part of the devil's device in many ways.
Right.
You know,
Not we're not
most people don't even
saying
use it right.
we're not saying that the TV is a sin. We're just saying that the enemy uses the TV a lot. All right. You
It
can be
influences
blessed by the
people to be.
TV, but you can also be, you know what I'm saying, like messed up by the TV as well.
It influences people to be who they be.
Yep.
Why would you want to be on TV singing and dancing
Yep.
unless you wasn't influenced by it? You know, like,
Yep.
did you grow up wanting to act? You know, did you want to
Yep.
grow up to be an actor? Did you grow up thinking I'm better than other people? I can act or I'm special? Because those are the people who get on TV. You know, most
Yep.
people like I got in the medical field because I genuinely love people and I care for people. And one of these days, me and you, if we get there, we'll be 80, 90 years old, barely walking.
Yep.
And you're gonna need someone young to be there for you. You're not gonna need an older person trying to help you get up from the floor.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Yo,
um,
I'm gonna I'm gonna I'm gonna bring this up one last time before I end the stream. But Jesus brought something up that you Gigo have said like way like years ago. You know how we would have these conversations, like these deep conversations, and this is something that you would actually mention from time to time. Like television is for that, like to tell the people what they envision them to do for them. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
The bigger the people behind that pulling the strings and doing all this other stuff. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, and
programming.
yeah, and what Jesus just said there is what you have said in the past. You know, television tells a vision. Like those people who are behind the scenes controlling everything and all the chess pieces and doing other stuff, like programming, like you just said. That's what they want. They want to tell a vision and kind of like make everybody else that's watching the box, the television, to act out what you just said, what they're seeing, what
Yeah.
they're listening to. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
That's why it's a powerful device, man.
novelas. You know what novelas are?
Soap operas, yeah.
Novela. Yeah. Think about how many people watch soap operas during the day and they think that's real life,
Yep.
and they really think that man, that's how people think.
Yep.
That's how people really are, and that
Yep.
confuses people. It's pretty deceitful,
Yep.
you know, and it's pretty deceitful to stop a whole world from living as
Mm-hmm.
if you committed a crime.
Yep.
This ain't the first time the government has used plagues to try to manipulate the population. You know that, right?
There's a post about it in all the platforms, that the historical moments where it's repeated itself, where it's like some type of pandemic hit everybody, and like and it's weirdly, I think, every like certain amount of time, every certain amount of years or whatever. But hey,
Yeah,
man,
every 100 years.
there we go. Every 100 years, there's like this huge, crazy pandemic type of thing going on. But hey, I'm gonna cut the stream off now because I want to leave the people begging for more. All right.
Dang.
Yes,
I want to go
sir.
back to recording my song.
There you go. There you go. See, I mean, if he's not doing this, he would have been recording his music anyway. So he's gonna go back to recording his music. But Kiko, hey,
Yep.
thanks, bro. Thanks for being on here. I really do appreciate it. And because you are the main co-host, though, I'm gonna have to be getting in touch with you a little bit more often. That way, we can like record the actual episodes and put them out there. And we'll do the live streams like once a week or like once every few weeks in between. That way, it's not too much for you or myself. So, but thanks for stopping by, man. I appreciate the time you spent here. Do you have anything else you want to say to the
I wanna.
people before you leave?
Yeah, maybe we can talk about the song that I want to put out next. I might put out 2 or 3 songs. You know, besides my Christmas music that I'm about to put out again, I'm ready to try to stir a little bit of stuff. You know, I already showed you some of those songs. But hopefully we
Oh
can
yeah,
start putting them out.
yeah,
You know.
yeah. We're gonna have all your stuff on here, bro. So don't worry about that.
Right now,
Um,
I would probably send everybody to audius.com,
let me
and just
type it
look
in
up
the
people.
chat.
Yeah,
Audience.
because it's probably either because I'm gonna start releasing music through that platform.
Awesome, awesome,
So,
awesome, awesome. All right. Any final thoughts,
and we'll
bro?
talk.
Because
We'll talk more about everything. We can talk about what the songs are about, all that stuff. We can talk about anything, man. We can
yep.
talk about scripture, Bible, put scripture, TV, people, anything. It don't
Yep.
matter. It's all good.
We got someone saying, "I'm ready to play your songs in my car soon." We got some people subscribe to your personal music channel from here. So
Cool.
yeah, we got a few
Cool.
people.
I can't wait till they hear the new stuff. Wait till they hear the new stuff. New stuff is amazing. New stuff is amazing. Listen, if the new stuff doesn't make you want to walk in love, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
There you go.
I don't know what to tell you. We'll talk later.
All right, bro. Thanks for being on here again. And until next time, I'm gonna let you go, but I'll get in touch with you. That way we know when we're gonna have the time to do like the actual like, episode itself. All right. But God bless you.
Yeah.
Thanks for stopping by. And peace out, bro. Love you.
God bless you all. Later, man. I'll talk to y'all later.
All right. So, yeah, man, I told y'all, I got like some people in the chat saying like, oh, thanks for like, like introducing him to us. Listen, and that was him being calm. That was him being professional. That was him being like, trying to not, be all the way 1,000% him. But yeah, once you get to know him, like, for how he like is, like when he's like 1,000% him, like not holding back anything and just kind of like being himself, you would still, I'm pretty sure, I'm like 1,000% sure you guys would love him still. But yeah, so we are gonna pray real quick because there was a special request by my favorite bomb. Don't leave it too long before you are back. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, no, he'll be back. He'll be back. Yep. So we're gonna do a quick prayer, all right? Um, because I think my favorite bomb requested it earlier, so we will definitely do that. All right. And then after the prayer, I'll let y'all go so I can eat dinner. Oh wait, okay. Don't leave it for too long. Okay. Gotcha. I thought you meant Gigo, but you meant me. Appreciate that. Yes, I shall be back on this channel and on these streams more frequently. All right. It's something that I have to like shake myself off to like actually like, slap myself in the face to like come do. But it's totally worth it. I do believe that what will be talked about here is going to be beneficial for anybody and everybody who chooses to give us the time of day and listen to our, our thoughts or our opinions or anything we bring to the table. So I appreciate that. All right. So I'm actually gonna pray. Yeah, yeah. He has to be on with me because he's the main co-host. I kind of like told him that for that reason alone. That way he's kind of like forced to be here with me more often. But yeah, I'm gonna pray in Spanish. Is it okay if I pray in Spanish? Like, is it gonna like be weird for y'all, or should I just pray in English? Let me know in the chat because I don't want to like pray in Spanish and some people be like, oh, I don't understand what he's saying. What if he's like saying something like bad against us or whatever? All right. So Jesus says, "See." Mom says it's fine. White guy wants to say se habla español. And then, okay, cool. All right, cool. That being the case, I'm gonna pray in Spanish, all right? Amantísimo Dios y Padre Celestial, te damos gracias por darnos un día de vida lleno de bendiciones, lleno de oportunidades para acercarnos más a ti. Gracias por la bendición de tener este canal nuevo donde puedo abiertamente hablar de la fe, de tu amor incondicional, de todo lo que haya que hablar de nuestra fe en ti, Jesucristo, y de otros temas interesantes, importantes que todos debemos escuchar de vez en cuando para abrir nuestra mente a posibilidades. Te doy gracias también por la oportunidad que tú me has dado de poder expresar mis pensamientos, mis opiniones, mi fe y todo lo que tiene que ver con lo que está en mi corazón para yo así hablar y la gente estar aquí, no solamente escuchando palabras mías, sino escuchando palabras que tú también en algún momento dado vas a poner en mi corazón y en mi mente para yo hablarla y para que la gente pueda recibir bendición de parte tuya. Yo te pido en este momento que cada oyente en este momento que esté aquí presente en este video, en este stream, sea bendecido en su mente, en su forma de pensar, en sus corazones, en su espíritu, que tu mano de bendición, de unción y de sanidad sea sobre sus cuerpos, sea sobre su espíritu, que salgan de aquí renovados, Señor, que salgan de aquí transformados, no solamente por mis palabras, sino por cualquier bendición que tú hayas traído aquí a través de mí. Te pido todo esto en el nombre poderoso de Jesucristo, dándote gracias anticipadamente por lo que has hecho, lo que estás haciendo y lo que has de hacer. En el nombre poderoso eterno de Jesucristo, te doy gracias, mi Dios, gracias, te alabo, te adoro, te amo y gracias otra vez por esta oportunidad. En nombre de Jesús. Amén, amén. All right. So, Kodiak said I'll pretend to understand. All right, so yeah, I hope you guys were blessed. All right, doesn't matter what you came here for, doesn't matter what you were hoping to find or what you did find. What I do hope and pray is that all of you are genuinely blessed from this stream or by this stream, that y'all were blessed with like everything that was presented to you this night. And please, 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 if you enjoyed what happened here tonight, because that was just the warm up, to be honest with you. Like I said, Kiko was holding back. You know, he wasn't being like 1,000% himself. He was acting, well, he was being professional. So if you enjoyed it still, that being the case, there's way more to come. There's way more to bring to the table. We're gonna have a bunch of conversations. We're gonna have topics that some of you guys, are going to be freaked out or weirded about, but it needs to be talked about. So I love every single one of you guys, and I'm really glad you all showed face here. Please, 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 if once again, if you enjoyed what you saw here and you enjoyed what we talked about, share it with your peoples, share it with your peoples. Tell them to subscribe to the channel. I'll appreciate it. It'll help me out a lot. And at the same time, it'll, obviously like help motivate me to like keep working on this channel and keep not just pumping out content, but like actually bringing you guys quality content that you guys deserve. All right. Yes, I appreciate that. Bomb says, Te amo, chat y Jorge. We love you too, Bomb. And White Guy Wednesday says, Te extraño, Jorge. It sounds like he's in a telenovela. Te extraño, Jorge. Yes, te extraño también. Yes, buenas noches también, Bomb. Buenas noches. Yeah. Yep. Thanks, Constantine. I appreciate that. Yeah, I would do a roll call, but I can't like go all the way back. But yeah, for every single one of you guys that showed face, I appreciate the love and support as always. All right. And this is not the last time. This is just the beginning. This is just a warm-up. So stay tuned for further episodes of Vision IView TV here on YouTube. All right. And shout out to everybody who shows love and support always to this channel and your boy JDQ, man. Like, I really do appreciate the love and support, and I can't say it enough. I'm truly, genuinely grateful. Yeah, Jesús, tú también. Que tengas buenas noches, que seas bendecido, tú y tu familia. All right? All right. Y'all stay blessed and safe. I'm about to go eat dinner because I am starving, and dinner was like made like maybe like an hour or two ago, or something like that. So y'all stay blessed and safe out there. Yes. And I love all y'all as well. I really do. I really do. Y'all are great, man. Yeah. Yes, Kodiak, you do need to learn Spanish. Anyways, I'm out, y'all. Stay blessed, all right?